Hey guys, it's me Seren back with another video. I've been putting up so many videos this week. Sorry if I'm like flooding you guys. Um, but I wanted to make this video because a lot of you have been asking me my thoughts about this whole SAE thing in Oklahoma. And you guys have been wondering if I was going to make a video on it. I have heard of it. I have heard about it, of course. And I've also heard about Tony Robinson. And I've also, heard about everything that's going on with that. And I've been deliberately not making a video on this. And the reason why, well, before I get into the reason why, yesterday, hold on, let me grab my phone. So I'm back. Yesterday, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but yesterday this hashtag started trending worldwide on Twitter. It was called Not Just SAE. And basically, the hashtag was a response to the whole SAE Oklahoma thing with the racist chant, where they were filmed chanting this racist chant about there will never be a nigger in SAE. You can hang him from a tree, but he can't, pledge with me or something like that. There'll never be a nigger in SAE. And they were just laughing and clapping and smiling, having a great old time, bus full of white people. Someone recorded it. It ended up on the internet. It went viral. And it's really just caused this huge shitstorm for Oklahoma. They've shut down the whole entire chapter. All the kids, I think, are like under some type of investigation. The football team's been protesting. They love that football team. It's a huge football state. It's a huge football state and a huge football school. The Sooners, Oklahoma Sooners. They lost like a huge draft pick and like a number 2 high school draft pick. He decommitted. Waka Flocka, who was originally supposed to perform there, and for this fraternity, they were the ones that, that booked him. He pulled out. The president wrote an open letter to the school blasting them, and the coach, the football coach. So there, of course, there's been a huge blowback, especially in the current racial climate about this. But this hashtag, Not Just SAE, is basically Black people, sharing stories of on-campus racism, both Greek-related and non-Greek-related, at colleges and universities. Zeli Imani, he's Zeli or Zeli Imani? Zeli Imani. He's Zeli Imani on both Twitter and Instagram. I don't have Twitter, but I do have Instagram now, so I follow him on Instagram. He posted, a whole series of tweets, one of which was, I have it here in front of me since I just got my phone, one of which was, it's not just SAE. It never was just SAE. It's America. And for me personally, this is really why I've been reluctant to make a video about isolated incidents like the one in SAE, Oklahoma. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I haven't made one of those types of videos discussing a specific incident in a while. And when I do make them, I try to link the individually, racially motivated incident back to a larger idea and a larger concept. And really, again, the way that this pins into Zeli Imani's tweet is that it's not just SAE. It never was just SAE. It's America. It's not just about one particular Greek organization. It's not about Greek organizations as a whole. It's not about the college university climate. It's not about hoodies and Skittles and iced tea. It's about America. It is about white American culture and the way that racism is ingrained within the culture. People try to pinpoint, individual organizations and individuals when none of this is about isolated incidents. None of it. It is about a culture of racism. And I personally feel like Black people really need to start looking at the bigger picture. As you guys know, I always say racism is an octopus. Stop looking at the sucker on the tentacle. Look at the bigger picture. Now, is this to say that none of these individual incidents should get attention or that people shouldn't protest? Fuck no, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. Fucking get rid of that chapter, kick all those kids out of school, protest, but we also have to start facilitating our own shit. Stop, as I keep saying, looking for white approval. Stop looking for white validation. Get our own shit, honestly. And at the same time, stop buying into this narrative. Stop buying into this narrative, because at the end of the day, that's really what we're doing. We're buying into the narrative of the isolated incident, of the lone wolf, like I said in my On White Male Rage video, because it's not about a lone wolf. It's not about a lone Greek organization. It's not about a George Zimmerman or a Darren Wilson. It's not about SAE Oklahoma or SAE Clemson, where their chapter at Clemson had to be suspended because they had a racist Christmas party last December 2014. This happened at Clemson. Or SAE Cornell, which had to be completely shut down 4 years ago, and all the members kicked out of the school after the death of a black pledge named George Desdune. Okay, it's not just about SAE Oklahoma. It's not just about SAE period. It's not about Shane Dawson, who has 5 million YouTube followers and still thought it was appropriate to do a racist skit where he appeared in blackface. It's not, these are all pieces of a puzzle, okay? And the puzzle is how racism is ingrained within white culture in America, how it's normalized, how it's treated as something that is completely acceptable. And I keep seeing people over and over saying, like, well, why do these things keep happening? When are these things going to stop? They're never going to stop. They're never going to stop until we address the larger issue of racism that is woven into every facet and every tenet of our society. They are never, ever, ever going to stop, because it's not about isolated incidents. And to treat them as such, to treat them as isolated incidents, buys into a narrative created by white people where we don't have to examine white culture, where we can make it about one specific instance or one specific frat or one specific killing or one specific police officer, one bad apple, instead of questioning the racism that's woven into the very fabric of our society. And that's really what needs to be done. And that's not to say that people are not doing that, because there are so many organizations that are, working for long-term, widespread change and reform. But that's not what you hear about in the news. You hear about these isolated incidents that are super blown up, so you can focus on those instead of saying, maybe these white people are just fucking racist. They don't want you to say that. They don't want you to say that. Then they want to say, oh, well, you're prejudiced and you're this and you're that and you're making blanket assumptions. But we should really take a step back and examine white culture as a whole and the normalization of racism within that culture, within this country, and within our society. So I do actually have a video coming on white culture and on white people. As you guys know, in my rant video, I said that, people never talk about white culture. It's always about black culture, and black people, and black people, and black people need to do this, and black people need to do that. Nobody ever talks about, white culture and what the fuck is wrong with white culture. So I will be making a video on that. It will pretty much revolve around Dr. Joy DeGruy and post-traumatic slave syndrome. So that video, I'm going to tell you guys now, is probably going to be extremely long, because we're going to be getting really in-depth into some of these issues, and we're going to be pulling from lots of examples. But that's why I haven't made an SAE Oklahoma video. I guess this will be my SAE Oklahoma video. But I just want you guys to remember that it's not just SAE. It's not just one thing. It's about an entire culture and an entire society that was built around the degradation and the dehumanization and the forced free labor of black people, and how all of that is still reverberating within our society today. So just remember that. But go out and protest, tweet, talk about it, but just link it to these larger concepts so people don't think this was just, a bunch of bad apples. They all bad apples, all right? They're all bad apples, okay? All of them. So we're going to be getting into that in my next video. So just wanted to make this quick video for you guys because you guys kept asking me for one. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time with my video. I'm thinking it'll probably be up on Friday because it's going to take me a while to put that one together. All right. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great week. See you guys next time. Food for thought as always. Peace.